Have you ever stood up from your favorite chair and felt a twinge in your lower back? Or perhaps you've found that everyday activities like bending down to pick something up or standing for too long have started to leave you feeling sore in ways that didn't happen a few years ago. It's a frustrating feeling, isn't it? You might wonder, what happened? I used to feel so much more flexible and pain-free. Well, as we age, our bodies naturally go through changes, and our spines, in particular, can begin to show the signs of wear and tear. But here's the good news. Just because you're experiencing some aches and stiffness doesn't mean you're doomed to a life of chronic back pain. In fact, there's so much you can do to not only manage but even prevent back pain, so you can keep doing the things you love without being held back. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to keep your spine healthy and avoid back pain after 60. I know that might sound like a big task, but trust me, we'll take it step by step. By making a few simple adjustments to your routine, you can feel more comfortable, more flexible, and more energized. So, if you've been dealing with back pain, or if you're just looking to avoid it down the road, stay with me. I'll be sharing some easy-to-follow tips and techniques that are perfect for your lifestyle. We're going to cover some exercises, lifestyle changes, and even ways to improve your posture, things that will make a real difference. Let's start with the first one. Let's talk about posture. You've probably heard people say, stand up straight, 100 times throughout your life, but maybe you didn't realize how much that simple piece of advice impacts your spine health. The truth is, as we get older, our posture often starts to suffer. We might slouch when sitting, stand with our shoulders hunched forward, or even find ourselves bending over more than we should, which can strain our spine and muscles. Think about the way you sit most of the time. Do you tend to lean forward when you're watching TV or reading? It's something many of us do without even thinking, but over time, that forward hunch can lead to all sorts of back issues. Your spine wasn't made to be hunched over, it's designed to stand tall and maintain a natural curve, whether you're sitting or standing. One way to improve your posture is by being more mindful of your spine alignment throughout the day. Try to sit with your back straight, shoulders relaxed, and feet flat on the ground. When you're standing, imagine a string pulling you gently up from the top of your head, keeping your shoulders aligned with your hips. It's also a good idea to avoid sitting or standing in one position for too long. If you work at a desk or enjoy reading for long periods, make sure you take breaks to stand up, stretch, and realign your posture. The next thing you can do is strengthen your core muscles. When most people think about core muscles, they imagine abs, but your core is actually a group of muscles that surround your torso, including those in your back, sides, and abdomen. These muscles work together to support your spine and keep it stable, which is exactly what you need if you want to avoid back pain. Now, I know you might be thinking, I'm not sure I can do a bunch of crunches or complicated exercises at my age. And that's okay. The good news is that strengthening your core doesn't require doing any extreme workouts. In fact, some gentle exercises can make a huge difference. One simple way to engage your core is by practicing balance exercises. When you stand on one foot, for example, your core muscles automatically kick in to keep you steady. Try this: stand next to a sturdy chair or counter for support, and then lift one foot off the ground. Hold it for about 10 seconds, and then switch to the other foot. Repeat this a few times a day, and over time, you'll start to feel your core getting stronger. Another great exercise for your core is pelvic tilts. To do a pelvic tilt, lie on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. Gently press your lower back into the floor by tightening your abdominal muscles and tilting your pelvis slightly. Hold for a few seconds, and then release. Doing this exercise a few times a day will help build strength in your core, which will provide better support for your spine. Now, let's talk about stretching. You might be surprised to hear that stretching can be just as important as strengthening your muscles when it comes to preventing back pain. Over time, muscles can become tight, especially in areas like your lower back, hips, and hamstrings. If these muscles are too tight, they can pull on your spine and cause discomfort. One of the best stretches for your back is the cat-cow stretch. To do this, get on your hands and knees with your wrists directly under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. As you inhale, drop your belly toward the floor, lift your chest, and look up. This is the cow position. Then, as you exhale, round your back toward the ceiling, tucking your chin to your chest. This is the cat position. Moving slowly between these two positions helps stretch and strengthen your spine, easing tension along the way. Another great stretch is the seated forward fold. Sit on the floor with your legs stretched out in front of you. Gently bend forward from your hips, not your waist, reaching for your toes or ankles. You don't need to touch your toes to feel the stretch, just go as far as you comfortably can. This stretch helps loosen up your hamstrings, lower back, and hips, all of which are important for maintaining good spine health. By incorporating these stretches and focusing on your posture, you'll start to feel your spine becoming more flexible and less prone to pain. But there's one more piece of the puzzle that's equally important: staying active. If you've been sitting a lot or leading a more sedentary lifestyle, your muscles and joints can become stiff, which increases the risk of back pain. Movement is key. Even if you can't commit to a full workout every day, try to get moving for at least 20 to 30 minutes a day. Whether it's a gentle walk around the block, gardening, or doing some light yoga, staying active keeps your spine lubricated and your muscles strong. Now that we've talked about the importance of posture, core strength, stretching, and staying active, I hope you're feeling a little more empowered to take care of your back. In the next part of this video, we'll go into more details about the kinds of exercises and habits that can help you maintain a healthy spine as you get older, so stick with me. Now that we've covered the basics of posture, core strength, stretching, and staying active, let's dive deeper into some additional habits and practices that can really make a difference in how your spine feels as you age. I know it can feel overwhelming trying to figure out all the different things you need to do to stay healthy, but I promise, small, consistent changes will add up, and before long, you'll be feeling better than ever. Let's start with a simple one: ergonomics. It's a fancy word, but it's really just about setting up your environment so it works in harmony with your body. Many of us spend a lot of time sitting, whether at a desk, on the couch, or at the kitchen table, and how we sit makes a huge difference in how our spine feels. If you find yourself sitting for long periods, you might notice that your back starts to ache or feel stiff. But making a few adjustments to your sitting environment can help reduce the strain on your spine. For example, if you spend a lot of time at a desk, make sure your chair supports your lower back. A chair with good lumbar support helps maintain the natural curve of your spine, preventing it from slumping forward. Your feet should be flat on the floor, or on a footrest if you're shorter, and your knees should be at about a 90-degree angle. It's also helpful to position your computer monitor at eye level, so you're not constantly looking down, which can strain your neck and upper back. But ergonomics doesn't just apply to work or the office. Think about how you're sitting when you're watching TV or reading. Are you slouching on the couch? Are you hunched over with your neck craned? Small adjustments, like using a supportive cushion or reclining slightly to take pressure off your spine, can make a big difference over time. Next, let's talk about the importance of maintaining a healthy weight. I know this isn't a fun topic, and it's definitely not the most exciting part of this video, but bear with me. Carrying extra weight, especially around your midsection, puts added strain on your back. When your spine is constantly under pressure from carrying excess weight, it can lead to discomfort, stiffness, and even more serious issues down the line, like degenerative disc disease or herniated discs. The good news is that you don't have to go on a drastic diet or take up intense exercise to see benefits. Even small changes in your eating habits and daily activity can help you maintain a healthy weight and reduce pressure on your spine. Focus on eating whole, nutrient-dense foods like fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. These foods help reduce inflammation and keep your muscles and joints in good shape. If weight loss is one of your goals, start by making gradual changes that are sustainable. Take a short walk after dinner, swap out sugary snacks for healthier options like nuts or yogurt, or try cooking at home more often. The key is to make changes that feel manageable and enjoyable rather than overwhelming. Remember, consistency is what really counts. Now, here's something I want you to keep in mind. As we get older, our bones and joints naturally lose some of their strength and density. This can make us more susceptible to conditions like osteoporosis, which weakens the bones in your spine and increases the risk of fractures. But don't worry, there are steps you can take to keep your bones strong, even after 60. One of the best ways to protect your bones is by making sure you're getting enough calcium and vitamin D. Calcium is essential for bone health, and vitamin D helps your body absorb it. Foods like dairy products, milk, cheese, yogurt, leafy greens, and fortified foods are all good sources of calcium. Vitamin D is found in fatty fish like salmon, egg yolks, and fortified foods like cereals and orange juice. Spending a little time outside in the sun also helps your body produce vitamin D naturally. If you're concerned that you're not getting enough of these nutrients from food, you can talk to your doctor about supplements. But the key is to keep your bones strong to prevent fractures and keep your spine in good shape. Another great way to protect your bones and your back is by doing weight-bearing strength training exercises. I know this might sound intimidating, but you don't need to lift heavy weights or do complicated routines. Gentle strength training, like using light dumbbells, resistance bands, or even bodyweight exercises, can help build muscle and improve bone density. Exercises like squats, lunges, and standing leg lifts are all fantastic ways to work your muscles without putting too much strain on your body. If you've never done strength training before, it's always a good idea to start slow and focus on proper form. If you're unsure where to begin, consider working with a trainer who has experience working with older adults, or look up beginner routines online. The goal is to build strength gradually, not to push yourself too hard. And remember, even small amounts of strength training can make a big difference over time. Speaking of strength, let's not forget about flexibility. As we age, our muscles and joints naturally become stiffer, which can lead to discomfort and an increased risk of injury. But by incorporating regular stretching or flexibility exercises into your routine, you can keep your body feeling more mobile and your spine more supported. You don't have to commit to a full yoga session every day, but doing a few stretches each morning or before bed can help keep your muscles from tightening up. A gentle spinal twist is one of my favorites because it helps to mobilize the spine and stretch out your back. Simply sit up tall with your feet flat on the floor, and then gently rotate your torso to the right, holding the position for a few breaths. Repeat on the other side. This simple stretch can do wonders for relieving tension in your spine. Another great flexibility exercise is the standing forward bend. Stand with your feet about hip-width apart, and then slowly fold forward from your hips, letting your arms dangle toward the floor. If you can, try to touch your toes, but don't worry if you can't. Just let your upper body relax and feel the stretch in your hamstrings and lower back. This can help release tension and keep your spine flexible. Now, I know we've covered quite a few tips already, and I hope you're feeling motivated to start making some positive changes to your routine. But there's still more to discuss, and I promise it's all doable. In the next part of this video, we'll explore even more practical tips for keeping your spine healthy and avoiding back pain. Stay with me, because we're just getting started. Alright, you've made it this far, and I hope you're feeling empowered with all the tips and strategies we've talked about so far. From improving posture to staying active and strengthening your core, we've covered a lot of ground. But we're not done yet. There are still a few more practices I want to share that can really make a difference when it comes to keeping your spine healthy and avoiding back pain as you age. One important aspect that we haven't touched on just yet is sleep. You might be wondering, what does sleep have to do with back pain? Well, a lot more than you might think. If you're not getting restful sleep, your body has a harder time repairing itself overnight. And let's face it, poor sleep can contribute to muscle stiffness, back discomfort, and overall fatigue. But the way you sleep matters too. First, let's talk about the best sleep positions for your spine. When you lie down, you want to make sure your spine stays in a neutral position, meaning it maintains its natural curves without being twisted or compressed. If you're a side sleeper, consider placing a pillow between your knees to keep your hips aligned and reduce stress on your lower back. For back sleepers, placing a small pillow under your knees can help maintain the natural curve in your lower back. Stomach sleeping, though, can put a lot of strain on your neck and lower back, so it's best to avoid it if you can. Another factor to consider is your mattress. A mattress that's too soft can cause your spine to sink too deeply, while one that's too firm can cause pressure points. Ideally, you want a mattress that offers support but still allows for some give to accommodate the natural curves of your body. If your mattress is old or uncomfortable, it might be time to invest in a new one to improve your sleep quality and spine health. Of course, sleep isn't just about the physical position you're in, it's also about creating a restful environment. Make sure your bedroom is cool, dark, and quiet, and try to establish a relaxing bedtime routine to help your body wind down. Reducing screen time before bed and practicing relaxation techniques like deep breathing can help signal to your body that it's time to rest. Now, let's talk about hydration. Staying well hydrated is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to keep your spine and muscles healthy. Dehydration can cause your spinal discs to lose their cushioning ability, which can lead to discomfort or pain. Drinking plenty of water throughout the day helps to keep your discs hydrated and your joints lubricated, making it easier to move without pain. In addition to water, consider incorporating hydrating foods into your diet, like fruits and vegetables. Cucumbers, watermelon, and oranges are packed with water and can help you stay hydrated while also providing essential nutrients for your muscles and bones. Another factor that plays a significant role in spine health is stress management. We all know that stress can take a toll on our bodies, but did you know that it can also contribute to back pain? When we're stressed, we tend to tense up our muscles, especially in our back and shoulders, which can lead to tightness, stiffness, and even spasms. Over time, this can turn into chronic pain if left unchecked. One effective way to manage stress is through mindfulness practices. Simple techniques like meditation, deep breathing, or even progressive muscle relaxation can help you release tension and lower your stress levels. Even just taking a few minutes each day to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and relax can make a world of difference. If you're new to meditation, there are plenty of free apps and guided videos online that can help you get started. But it's not just mental stress we need to address, physical stress on your body can also be a concern. Carrying heavy bags, lifting things improperly, or overexerting yourself physically can all contribute to back pain. When lifting, make sure to bend your knees, not your back, and use your legs to do the heavy lifting. If you have to carry a bag, try using a backpack or a bag with two straps to distribute the weight evenly across your shoulders. These small adjustments can help protect your spine from unnecessary strain. We've covered a lot of ground, but I want to emphasize one final point that ties everything together: consistency. The key to preventing and managing back pain isn't about doing a few things every once in a while, it's about making healthy habits a regular part of your routine. Whether it's improving your posture, stretching every morning, staying active, or getting enough sleep, these practices need to become second nature if you want long-term success. Start small, and gradually incorporate these habits into your daily life. It might take time to notice a significant difference, but trust me, your spine and your overall well-being will thank you for it. Don't get discouraged if you don't feel instant relief. The important thing is that you're taking action, and over time, the benefits will add up. Now, as we wrap up, I want to remind you that you are absolutely capable of keeping your spine healthy and avoiding back pain, even as you age. It's all about taking care of your body with small, manageable changes that will make a huge impact on your comfort and mobility. Remember, your spine is your foundation, it supports you every single day, and it deserves your attention. If you've been struggling with back pain, I encourage you to take one or two of these tips and start implementing them today. Whether it's improving your posture, getting more movement, or adding stretching into your routine, each step forward is a step toward a healthier, happier spine. And don't forget to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you're taking care of your spine and what's worked best for you. If you found this video helpful, please like it and subscribe for more tips on healthy living after 60. Here's to living your best life at any age, and doing it without being held back by back pain. Keep moving, keep stretching, and most importantly, keep taking care of yourself. Your spine will thank you for it.